Using the same colors, we're going to try a couple of other variations on the wood graining technique. One is using a combing brush, which is usually a brush that has a bunch of the bristles taken out, and you can create combing stripes in it. They do make combing brushes for Trumpeter oil painting and detail scene painting and other home craftsman type of projects. And this is a wood graining tool which will try to put some wood graining in. It is kind of a tool that takes off paint and leaves a pattern. And this actually starts to leave patterns of knots and things. They do make various sizes of these. We only have some very small ones, and I don't generally use these. It also has a combing edge here, so you can do a combing technique too. But I tend not to do these because we don't need that level of detail of work in the wood grain, and what we do with a wet blend is usually sufficient. But it's a fun tool. And if you're doing something big, you might need to get one of these that's bigger or wider if you're doing floor planks or something. If you're doing a tiny prop project, this might come in real handy. Same thing, we're going to start out with our base. I'm going to try a couple different things here. I'm not sure what's going to work and what's not. I'm going to do the same sort of application technique that I do for my wet blend. And then I'm going to drag the wood graining tool through it and see what happens. Scene painting can be a messy job, depending on who's doing it. I tend to be a messy painter. Always put drop cloths down. Well, it kind of works. It's kind of fun. So you can see that it's showing through some of my undercoat. I didn't have this piece of board primed, so it's showing the wood grain, and the wood grain of my board is going this way. So my fake wood painting grain is a little bit not realistic. But what you want to do is you don't want to rock back and forth regularly, because if you rock back and forth regularly, you're going to create some patterns. You need to drag and then move and then drag some more and drag erratically. And then you'll get something that might be a little bit realistic. If you do, then I get this pattern that shows up real regularly. I don't think this is the most successful, but you get the idea of how the tool works and what it does. It probably would have been better had I had a good solid base coat and I didn't pull up my paint, but it does act by pulling paint up from the surface.